Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean. Well, actually, the Marshall Island, which is an archipelago, is located near the federated state of Micronesia, which is neighboring in the southwest. Alright, the general fact about the Marshall Islands. First, nuclear testing. Nuclear testing. The Marshall Islands was the site of extensive nuclear testing by the United States between 1946 and 1958. So, nuclear testing. These impacts of the test, including the health and environmental consequences, are still felt today. The Marshall Islands has a strong tradition of outrigger canoe building and navigation. Traditional canoes known as pho. So traditional. Canoes. They're called are crafted using local materials and techniques. The Marshall Islands has two capitals. One of them is Majuro. Yeah. Majuro. Where the official capital is. And Kwajalein, which is right here. Where the constitutional capital is situated. The Marshall Islands were a major battleground during World War II, and remnants of the conflict, such as sunken ships and aircrafts, can still be found in the waters. Here inside it's the Bikini Atoll nuclear legacy. Bikini Atoll, famous for nuclear testing, remains largely uninhabited. And it has a popular destination become, in meantime, interest for the sunken ships. Yeah. Let's talk about another fact, Kwajalein Atoll, unique history. Kwajalein. Kwajalein Atoll is one of the largest in the Marshall Islands, was a historic center of power in the Marshall Island ruling class. It was also the German headquarters administration in the late 19th century. Traditional dance. Marshallese traditional dance is known as Bukotnan Jesus, or the worship in Jesus, is an essential part of cultural celebrations. While the Majuro and Kwajalein they are the main attraction and economic hubs, many other islands are sparsely populated and often accessible only by boat. let's talk about the name. The name of the atolls and islands in the Marshall Islands often have interesting meanings. For example, Kwajalein, it's derived from Marshallese known as Kwajalein, meaning coconut. Basket waving. Marshallese women are known for their skill in basket waving. Well, the official name is Republic of the Marshall Island. Republic of the Marshall Islands. And it's considered a country, an archipelago country west of the international date line and north of the equator. The territory consists in 29 coral atolls and 5 islands divided across 2 chains, the Ratak chain and the Ryling chain. The name of the settlers, they're called Austronesian. Austronesian settler reached the Marshall Islands as early as 2nd millennium BC and introduced South Asian crops, including coconuts, giant swamp taro, and breadfruit, as well as some domesticated animals like chickens and ducks, which made the island habitable. Several Spanish expeditions visited the island in the mid-16th century, but the Spanish galleons usually sailed a Pacific route farther north. Galleons farther north and avoided the Marshall. European maps and charts named the group of British for British Captain John Marshall, who explored the region in 1788. So, John Marshall. In 1788. Well, he was the person who gave the name to the atoll. German copra traders dominated the economy in the 1870s to 1880s. And the German Empire annexed the Marshall Island as a protectorate in 1885. After that, the Empire of Japan occupied the islands in the autumn of 1914 at the beginning of World War I. The outcome was that the Marshall Islands and other former Pacific colonies north of the equator became the Japanese South Seas Mandate. During the World War II, United States conquered and occupied the islands during the battle against the Japanese forces and administered the islands as part of the trust territory of the Pacific. Between 1946 and 1958, the United States conducted rotative presidency in a free association with the United States, with the US providing the defense. In terms of geography, the Marshall Islands sit atop of ancient submerged volcanoes, which are rising from the ocean floor. "24 of the atolls and islands are inhabited. The remaining atolls are uninhabited due to the poor living conditions, lack of rain or nuclear contaminations. So only 6 or 5 or 6 are inhabited. Like I said, Majuro, it's the capital and the largest city. It's on the Majuro Atoll. Majuro Atoll is a coral atoll that encircles a large lagoon. The city of Majuro is located in the southern part of the atoll, and it's home to the majority of country's population. As the capital, Majuro is the administrative hub of the Marshall Islands, hosting government office, diplomatic missions, and other institutions. The economy of the city relies on government service, fishing, and tourism. Additionally, Majuro has faced challenges such as rising sea levels, which are a concern now. In terms of history, it seems that the Majuro has been inhabited by humans for at least 2000 years and was the first settled by the Austronesian and the Marshallese people. The local cuisine of Majuro is composed of variety of local dishes, mostly concentrated on coconut-based delicacies and fresh seafood. The economy of Majuro in general and the Marshall Islands, it's dependent on fish and small agriculture, with big financial assistance from the United States. The second city is Kwajalein. Well, about this island. During World War II, Kwajalein Atoll was a major battleground and was captured by United States from the Japanese in 1944. The atoll's strategic location made it crucial base for the US military. Ronald Reagan Ballistic Missile Defense Test Site. Today, Kwajalein Atoll is home to this ballistic missile defense, which is operated by the United States Department of Defense. The site is used for testing various missile defense systems.